No. Oh god. Oh god. No. No. What are they doing? Okay, hi guys. It is time for Riverdale, and I am so excited that I am reacting live this time. It's about to start right now, so I'm gonna get my intro out of the way. Just a quick reminder, if you want to see the uncut reactions to Riverdale, as well as every single other show on my channel, the link at the top of my description will take you to my Patreon, and there you can watch the full episode along with me in its entirety, and also get, like I said, all the other episodes to all the other shows I react to. So if you're interested in that and you want to check it out and see some more content that is normally edited out, check it out. Otherwise, they're still going to be on YouTube, just heavily edited. But other than that, let's get this episode, guys. I'm so happy I'm watching it live.
With a kind lead teacher encouraging an eager student to pursue his love of poetry.
Aw. I am so happy that they're revisiting that storyline. Ma'am, you're in high school? Oh, shit. Couldn't just, like, unplug it? I had to cut the whole cord.
I'm in the middle of teaching my class.
This is no longer your class.
What?
Please step out into the hall, ma'am.
Is this a gag? What's going on?
I'm certain that this is a simple misunderstanding.
Because she's a good person. They're trying to get rid of everybody who's not going to just go along with their bullshit.
You will be taught by my wife, Mrs. Blossom.
You're joking. Okay, Queen. Giving Great Gatsby.
Your former teacher represents a clear and present danger to the American way.
Which
Mrs.
is
Thornton
what?
is under suspicion of being a communist.
Oh my god.
If you see something, say something.
That doesn't mean outing Cheryl. Don't get any bright ideas, Evelyn.
Pressured people to name names.
Targeting the innocent to gain even more power and influence.
Come on, guys.
Period.
This is America, okay?
Not in agreement. I mean, that's exactly what happened.
I have seen it happen firsthand.
I've been to Hollywood because, like, if you guys forgot, my parents are big Hollywood executives.
Excuse me.
I do love
Could
their
we
friendship.
please get 2 copies of the newest issue of Pit of the Perverse, please?
We sent that bundle back
Oh, you sent it back? How come?
because
It's too
I
similar.
don't sell crummy smut like that anymore. It's disgusting.
What? Smut.
There have been allegations
Shit.
made against you
Shit.
about an illicit kiss on Halloween night.
Who
I
narked?
don't know anything about that.
We're not upset with you, Cheryl. You are
Don't believe her.
mercy of that condition.
Lesbianism.
Engaging in deviant sexual behavior? It's un-American.
Are they gonna try to go for
Corrupt, it's
Tony?
dissident. Oh no, we already have the names, Cheryl.
Shit.
Administration has compiled a list of
Evelyn, you
students
stupid
strongly
bitch.
suspected of unnatural proclivities. All we need you to do is corroborate the names so we can shore up our cases against them.
Not gonna happen. So this is, so that probably Kevin and her. Shit. Kevin and her probably are
Refuse? What will you do?
beards.
You will remain under unwelcome scrutiny. Very well.
So be it.
We will be forced to take away the one thing you truly care about. Your beloved river vixens.
Wow.
You have a choice to make. A choice that may very well affect the rest of your life.
Shit. F them. Hiram. Where is that some bitch? Where is that bitch? Oh! Good to see him. Good to see him.
Daddy?
Listen, I was so happy that he was gone because it just was like teased forever that he was gonna die finally. But it is good to see him again.
To come see you.
That may be
Especially because we
partly
were
true,
never gonna see him
Daddy,
again
but
in present day.
you always have some ulterior motive.
I wonder how all that's gonna work when they get their memories.
Your mother is a bit peeved with me, yes.
Of course.
She can be
Of
about
course
even
she
the most
is.
casual of flirtations. But more than that, I wanted to see you.
Oh, because you totally would have if you didn't get in a fight.
What do you say, Mia? Can we drop the 3rd degree and will you give your dear old Poppy a hug?
Maybe he's gonna be a nicer guy in the 50s. Not so much as like a mob boss, you know? Aww. Like, how special would it be when they get their memories that, like, their loved one is back, even though it's not the same person?
I'd like to introduce you to my father, Hiram Lodge.
How do you do?
Please.
Call me Hiram.
Please be a better person.
We're such big fans of your television program. Especially the first season, it kind of went downhill after that.
I like how that's like a little poke at all the people that say that about Riverdale.
Whether it's nobler to...
I'm sorry,
stop you
you
right
suck.
Tell me, Julian was it? Julian, do you even know what you're saying in this monologue?
Well, I didn't grow up in Denmark, if that's what you're asking.
It's not.
The wink. Such a shithead.
Hamlet was contemplating suicide. You gotta find the truth.
They're all like,
of what
what?
you're saying,
He was?
Julian.
None of them be paying attention. I was so interested in like some of the Shakespeare plays and stuff, but reading them, I would have to reread pages because I'm like, I don't even know what just happened.
We no longer have the funds to support it.
What? We're a high school. We need a high
Bitch.
school newspaper.
Why is that?
To keep the students informed.
Turtle looking ass with a turtle brain. What is it that they're like? I don't understand their end goal.
And like most teenagers, you may, one day, have something important to say. But that day is not today.
Bet. Such assholes. Acting like they're like not even worth their time just because they're teenagers. They're gonna put you in a home when you're older.
And if I don't corroborate it, they're going to take.
If I was Cheryl, I would put
That
her
makes
parents and sisters of quiet mercy when they're old. Just saying.
Cheryl would never have. Would you, babe? Of course not. I have to figure out who started this particular witch hunt and why.
Evelyn. I feel like
Stop right there, you fake Judas.
Madeline's
I don't know what you
acting
could
has
possibly
gotten
be
so
referring
good
to, Cheryl.
throughout the
Of course you
seasons.
do.
It's always been good, but it's gotten even better.
How long have you hated me?
Since the beginning.
Okay. If I was her, I'd kick her off of the cheer squad.
I did see you and your gal pal getting handsy at the diner.
Slap her. She should have just denied it. Like, no, we weren't.
Was she trying to indoctrinate you?
Huh?
What?
She gave me some books to read.
That's how the enemy operates. By poisoning
They're-
impressionable minds.
It's funny, they talk about the comics ruining kids' brains, yet they're putting this shit into their head when that's not even what happened at all.
It must not happen in Riverdale.
Fucking weird. They're all white supremacists.
Popcorn, please. Just a little butter. Thanks.
Get yourself, bitch.
He's my father.
I'm going.
My newsstands are being raided by holy rollers and cops. Entire bundles of comics are being returned. But in the eyes of Joe and Jane Public, it's immoral.
Oh my god.
I mean, we get hate mail more graphic than anything we've ever published.
Gee, Willikers.
Right.
Oh, it's even better than I imagined.
It's such a shame that no one's gonna get a chance to see it.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
They're gonna give him away or bring him to school? Screw it.
Too young to make my own decisions, but old enough to recognize that the world is a dark, fearful place.
Oh my god.
I'm speaking of my status as a teenager.
XOXO. Gossip Girl. The
This
teenage
is the
mystique.
teenage mystique. A forum for all the thoughts and questions you're too scared to otherwise share.
Huh. Honestly, she would be so good at something like this.
What are you doing in here, Archie? You're not serious about all this poetry malarkey, are you?
What an asshole.
People might get the wrong idea about you.
Oh my god.
We don't want that. Especially not at a time like this.
The FBI is claiming that I met with dissidents and revolutionaries while I was there. Of course I didn't. I was buying cigars.
Is that why you came here to Riverdale? To hide out?
Yes, Mia.
Oh, so it wasn't to visit your daughter. It wasn't because you cared and you wanted to see her.
I need you to testify that we were in Cuba together and that I didn't meet with any revolutionaries.
Yikes.
That scares me.
Of course, you take
Also-
all the time that you need.
What have you done for her?
Hopefully he can make this whole thing go away and you'll be off the hook. I know you'll do the right thing.
You're right or her right?
How about you stop following the both of us since you don't have a shred of proof to back up these sham claims of yours?
That's crazy that they're like
Show
on
you
a
proof,
manhunt.
But not here.
Shit. Wouldn't be surprised. I still want to know what that was about with Betty and Veronica. Like, are we going to talk about it? We're going to talk about it? Because I think we should. Oh.
While he was in Cuba, he met with Vidal Mastro, who's someone we've been tracking for a while now.
Dick. The usual flirting.
Well, where are you going, Mrs. T?
They're just driving her out of Riverdale.
At the public library in Greendale. It's just volunteer, but they're
Aww.
less judgmental across Sweetwater River. It's a play written by Arthur Miller.
Oh,
Might
shit.
help you understand these strange times that we find ourselves in.
Here's a good story.
But you're so much more, including a wonderful writer.
Aww.
Use them for good, to make the world a better, freer place.
Aww. I love that Archie's like not really letting his uncle get to him. You know, he could have easily just been like, you know what, screw it. I'm not gonna write anymore. Oh my god. So they're just like dealing them under the table. That's so funny. I like how they're sneaking it like it's illegal.
The walls are closing in on me. Can I
Aw.
really relinquish my vixens to some wretched, power-hungry she-hag like Evelyn Evernever?
We've been talking.
Breathe, baby.
What's the plan?
We would play pretend.
Beards.
Privately, we can be exactly who we are.
It's cute because they can like hang out, the four of them, and still make it seem like
Hiding your true self and pretending to be something you're not goes against every
they're two different couples, you
fiber
know.
of your being.
Aww.
Isn't such play acting a betrayal of everything you stand for?
Aww.
It is. But for you, I can live with that.
Aww. I love that Cheryl cares so much, you know? Like, she just didn't immediately jump on it. She knew that that's the exact thing that Tony doesn't want to do. And so checking in on her to be like, you know what, like, we don't have to, you know, that isn't that going against what you believe? But the fact that Tony's like, it is, but I'll do it. That's how you know she loves her.
Because you weren't in Cuba to buy cigars.
Of course I was.
Maybe. But while you were there, you went to a party at the Tropicana, didn't you?
It's
Yikes.
possible that we were both at the Tropicana on the same night, but I was not there for him.
No.
You were there for that blonde bitch.
Is that her name, Daddy?
It's Kelly.
That's hilarious. She's his wife. I love that they made it Kelly. That's so funny.
I do need you, Veronica. The family needs you.
Shut
and if
the
you don't
f
corroborate my
up.
story,
You know what I would do? I'd turn to him and be like, I needed you.
You banished me to this place where I knew no one and where I had nothing. You taught me that I can
Yep.
survive. Maybe you shouldn't be asking me for a favor right now.
He doesn't
Daddy.
care to lose
Maybe
his kids. He
instead you
doesn't
should
care to
be
lose his
asking
wife.
me for mercy.
Period. Aw, I'm really glad that she said something. Because he's been a piece of shit. And the fact that he made it seem like he was there for her. Here they go. Look how cute they are. She's like, whoa, wait a second. Bye. When is the VARCHIE kiss supposed to happen?
You cannot use me.
KJ said, this is my audition for every part in the future for everything.
Say Proctor broke to his knees and wept like a woman.
Why? Explain to me, Mr. Proctor, why you will not.
Because it is my name!
Aww.
Because I lie. And I sign myself to lies.
What she can do?
It would be in your best interest to cooperate with our investigation.
She's gonna come out.
Never.
Aww.
You're willing to risk losing the
Wow.
I couldn't sign that piece of paper and then lead them in good conscience. Therefore, I, Cheryl Blossom, hereby and willingly renounce my stewardship of the River Vixens.
Holy shit.
Toodles.
Oof. That's the face of, I didn't think she'd actually quit.
In a just world, a young woman should be able to love who she chooses and be a cheerleader, but clearly we don't live in a just world.
You should.
There was no choice.
That's the other thing about,
This
aw.
is so wrong.
That's the other thing about them being in the 50s is like, it's not a good time period for people of color and for gay people.
At least with you three, I can continue living my truth.
And may Evelyn Evernever fall off the top of the Vixen pyramid and break her scrawny neck.
Cheers.
That was quite the performance, Archie.
Thanks, Veronica.
And your
This is
scene
when the
today
kiss is gonna happen.
gave me a lot to think about.
Why? For what? For what? That's the thing, like, how would VARCHIE's even be happy with that? Because I guarantee you that kiss is gonna lead to
I
nothing.
knew someone was supplying my adventure scouts with comic books.
Jig's up, Jeb.
Wasn't me.
Hand him over.
They're not yours.
I'm really, really proud of myself.
You should
Aw.
be. It's a really swell comic book. Here.
I can't with the straw sounds.
New episode of Omiya premiering tonight. I don't suppose you'd like to.
If you'll excuse me, Daddy, I'm gonna take this into my room.
No.
I have to finish memorizing.
I don't
tomorrow
want to
for
watch it.
school tomorrow.
Are you Archie Andrews?
I am.
No. No, they
I'm
didn't.
Dorothy Grundy.
No, they didn't. No, they did not.
I'm no Mrs. Thornton, but
People are not gonna be happy about that.
if you would like to
He literally has
continue
trauma from her
working
grooming
in
him.
poetry with someone, I would
in present day. No. Oh God. Oh God. No. No. What are they doing?
Met a real poet?
Oh, gosh, no. No.
My husband is a poet, and he lives
Oh,
here. with
she's a
me.
husband.
If you like, I can give you a collection of his poetry for you to read.
Well, sure.
Okay, maybe this one's not gonna be a groomer. Maybe she won't sexually assault him. But I think that's a choice. That was a choice. Not sure if I agree with that choice though.
The days of half measures are over. I believe now is the
I
moment.
feel like he's the one that's like the most aggressive about it.
You have something in mind?
Put him in jail.
I love your majesty. According to my bond. No more, nor less.
Oh, where's Archie?
Bred me.
Aw. Well, shit, Betty's in love. Are we just not gonna acknowledge what
I
happened?
return
Where's Archie?
those duties back as our right fit.
Ew. I'm
Love
uncomfy
you.
already. I can't remember if OG Grundy had a husband. That shit was a mess, though.
Anything will help calm these troubled waters. It's your word.
Well, I didn't do it for you.
Okay,
I
give
did it for
me
Mom.
$10 million.
By the way, you have to be honest with her, and Mom does not deserve to be disrespected in that way.
Period. Good for her for demanding that. I would be like, if you don't tell her, I'm burning this shit
You're also
now.
going to sign the Pembroke's ownership over to me. Clear and outright. I
Yeah.
need to know that I'll always have a home.
Bye.
Okay.
At least you got something out of it.
I found this card in my P.O. box. Can you tell me what it means?
Oh, she's gonna get a ton of letters.
Fit all the mail in due to volume. Someone's popular.
Aww.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Aww. She deserves this. That's so cool. I still don't understand the Veronica and Archie kiss. Like, what is gonna come out of that? Oh shit!
Now that you mention it, Veronica, I did feel some turbulence.
Missed her. They're gonna talk about it, like, right now. I thought he was gonna talk to her, like, when he got home.
The upcoming season of Oh Mija will be its last.
Damn. She looks super young. I thought that was Hermosa first.
I am ready for something new.
No, you're not. He screwed it up for
Which
you.
is the truth.
Yes, I can imagine.
Your father and I are getting a divorce.
Holy shit.
For the first time in a
Hell yeah. Take back that independence, baby. She's got money.
I'm excited for whatever the future holds.
Aw, freedom.
What about an East Coast Christmas? It's been ages since we've done that.
Aw.
Just the two of us.
See, now that feels like she genuinely came there for her.
Principal Featherhead put out the word. He's buying comic books off of us.
Featherhead must be trying to dipsy-doodle us. Well, first he bans them, and now he wants to buy them?
He's trying to get them all off the streets. Where is he getting the money? They're a principal and counselor. And why do they have so much say in this town? They work at the high school. Oh, he's burning them? Wow. I missed Reggie this episode. Alright, there we go. That was Riverdale Season 7, Episode 13, I believe. This episode was an episode. I did enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but just some stuff happened that I'm like, what the hell is going on? I have so much respect for Cheryl just straight up being like, no, you're not going to control me. You're not going to try to make me say these names and sign this thing, admitting these, even if you take away the Vixens. The fact that she gave up the River Vixens her entire life and love because of this, because she is not going to stoop to a level of throwing her loved ones under the bus when this is who she is. She's not going to pretend to be somebody else just to save something like that. But you could see that it did break her heart. But it's so satisfying though when she said like, fine, even if I have to lose my River Vixens, and the three of them were kind of like they didn't expect that she was just going to be like, fine, take them. I don't care. My only worry is that they're going to continue to try to take stuff from her like over and over and over again until she signs the paper or whatever. It's also interesting though that Clifford had said that even if she doesn't, she's going to have this reputation or whatever. And he almost like for a second made it seem like he's like, we don't care if you're gay, we still love you, but you're going to have a reputation, you know? So that was interesting to me. Mr. Turtle shuts down the blue and gold. He's a piece of shit. They fire the English teacher, and guess who's back? Guess who's back? it's Grundy. I don't know how to feel about this because like that's a choice, you know, it's a choice. I don't think that's a choice I would make. Given the history of her with the fans, the history of her character on the show, the fact that she in present day groomed Archie, sexually assaulted him, had a completely inappropriate relationship with a minor, amongst other things, I don't necessarily think that that's a character that we want to see come back. You know what I mean? However, this is my other side of that. They seem to be bringing back pretty much everybody that has had a character in the show that's significant. We even get to see Glenn in the past, and now he's an FBI agent, the same, but trying to take down Hiram Lodge, which another person that we see, Hiram and Hermione Lodge, are in this episode. Hiram's a piece of shit, is trying to make this seem like he's there for Veronica when he's really just there to get help from Veronica. And I'm glad that even though she did it, she kind of like said like, you're going to give me the Pembroke and you're going to tell Mom the truth. And doing that made it so now Hermione feels like she could be free, you know, and she came in, wanted to be with Veronica and wanted to celebrate Christmas with Veronica. It actually felt real as opposed to Hiram's bullshit. Because I feel like that's all that Veronica's wanted is just her parents. So circling back to Grundy, the way she's portrayed so far in this is less of like, ooh, the hot English teacher, and more of like, she heard that he was a good poet, you know, and the previous teacher told her, and that she just wanted to help. And even saying like, have you met a poet? My husband's a poet. I almost feel like that line was thrown in it to show us this character is not the same as that Grundy. You know, like this character has a husband, and she's even saying like, hey, you can meet my husband, you know, pretty much. So I feel like that was a little bit of a thing to try to get us to understand that this is not the same situation. However, I did get a weird feeling a little bit when I think Veronica was giving her monologue, and they kind of looked at each other just like a little too long and a little too weird for my liking, which is interesting because the old teacher was accused of doing weird shit with Archie when like that is definitely not the case. So I wonder how long this chick's gonna last. Jughead and Ethel, their comic comes out and it's pretty much removed from every comic stand, every newsstand there is, and everything is boycotting it. They end up doing this little underground comic selling business, which I don't know why they had to shut it down because like selling comics isn't illegal. But Sheriff Keller is now in on that bullshit of comics are bad, comics are terrible, da da da. So now Turtle number 2 is trying to buy back all the comics and then is burning them in the end, which is like insane. Like, are they using Clifford's money? Like, where are you getting money to do this? Like, why do you care so much? Part of me is like, why do they care so much? And also, is the milkman storyline really over? Was it really just that and that was it? I'm gonna be kind of disappointed if that's literally what it was and that it didn't have anything to do with literally anything. Betty has started this little Ask Mystique, Teenage Mystique column where people can write into her. And it's so cool. I love too that at the end when she goes to the P.O. box, she ends up getting like a huge sack of just like letters. Because she probably didn't think that really anybody would write, or maybe a few would, but all these people wrote. And so that's going to be really interesting to see how she uses that, especially now that the blue and gold is essentially cut off. It'll be cool to see what she does with that. We didn't get too much Betty in this episode, but we've been getting a lot of Betty, so I can understand why. Cheryl and Tony this episode won my heart. The first thing that like really got me was when Cheryl came and was talking to them and they're like, you're not gonna tell her, are you, or whatever, and Tony was just like, no, she wouldn't, right babe, or whatever she said. That was so cute because she just knows her, you know. And Cheryl's been through so much this season, so much through this 50 storyline, that like she's not gonna throw anybody under the bus for anything. You know, she's changed and become such a better person throughout this that she wouldn't have even, you know, she's gonna get rid of her cheer squad before anything else, which is magnificent. I also like how they're like each other's beards. It just works though, because like the four of them can hang out and it's not going to be suspect, you know. And it was also, Midge's reaction was like cracking me up. It's kind of funny. I wish they would have shown her reaction more like center stage, you know, to show like her face up close, like what, but in the background you could just see her be like confused as hell because of like, obviously she just found out they were together, and then now all of a sudden like these two are coupled up, like what. And the second moment was when Tony was like, we're just going to be each other's beards. We're going to pretend till we graduate, whatever. And then the fact that Cheryl, first of all, the development of Cheryl's character to turn and just be like, but Tony, isn't that against everything you believe in? And then for Tony to be like, yeah, it is, but I would do it for you. You know, like the character development of both of them in that moment. Cheryl knows exactly what Tony needs and what she wants in a relationship. And even in this situation, she was not going to throw that aside. She cared about Tony's thought on it, you know? And in turn, you know, I think Tony also saw that, like, she's not just trying to, like, do what she wants and not care about your values. So Tony was able to be like, you know what? No, this is against what I want, but I'm going to do it because I want to be with you. That moment was just adorable and so sweet. And all the little looks that they had this episode just, like, won my heart. I love them so much. I wish we got a kiss. We need another kiss soon. It's wild, though, like, that people kind of know. It's weird. Also, Evelyn's face, though, when they came out with their prospective couple was so funny. Archie's monologue was insane. He's so talented. KJ is so talented. He's playing Archie, playing John Proctor, which is crazy to think about. Okay, the Veronica and Archie kiss, I don't get it. I don't understand where that came from, to be honest. I feel like it was, like, out of nowhere, you know? I don't know if Veronica was just really touched in that moment and that's what happened, but, like, is anything even going to come from this? They never even, like, talked about it afterwards, you know? Or even had a follow-up dialogue after the kiss. It was like a kiss on the cheek and then a kiss on the lips. After this entire season, we hear Archie talk about how they're just not right together. Like, she's just not what he wants, you know? Like, they're not a match. But then suddenly now, like, they're gonna kiss again? Although, I do think partially it could be, like, Archie's a high school boy, you know? If this pretty girl's gonna kiss him, he'll kiss her too, you know? So I'm just confused. And then, like, the almost Betty and Veronica kiss that we got, they never touched on that or explained anything. Like, I think someone had said that they thought that kiss was going to be, like, them, like, trying to see if they're straight, which, like, if anything, they're bi, so I don't get that theory, but, which obviously was not the case, and they just didn't bring it up. Like, we're not going to talk about how you guys almost kissed, and it wasn't like, oh my god, let's make out when we're drunk. It was like a thing, you know? It was an the emotions were there. The Veronica and Archie scene, genuinely to me, I'm not even trying to see this in a way that's like, I'm a VARCHIE. It seemed like very fan service. I don't think anything's gonna come from it, and I would be kind of upset if I was a VARCHIE. Obviously, they're starving, so I'm sure they're gonna love it, but, like, I feel like they just had them kiss because this is the last season and they're trying not to piss people off. I don't know. However, in the promo for the next episode, they're doing this play or whatever about Archie, and they had this emphasis on choosing. So I wonder if that's going to be like him choosing Betty or Veronica, or if that's just thrown in there to kind of mess with people. But yeah, I'm proud of Veronica for standing up to her dad. The VARCHIE kiss to me was dumb, and, like, out of literally nowhere. And I'm going to be, like, really annoyed if they don't even talk about that the next episode, because, like, Betty and Veronica almost kissed, don't talk about it. Veronica and Archie almost kissed, don't talk about it. Like, what? But yeah, not sure how I feel about the Grundy stuff. So far things seem innocent, so I'm not too worried yet. I hope that it stays that way, because it does seem, though, like characters that have been returned seem to be different this time around, you know, or in the 50s. So I'm hoping that that's the case with the Grundy situation, because, like, at this point, why would you do that storyline again? Especially knowing that this is the same Archie from the future. He just doesn't know it. And that Archie has literal trauma from that relationship, from that inappropriate relationship and assault. So, like, why do you think that that's a good idea? I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see why they think that that was a good storyline to do. But hopefully she's 100% appropriate and normal, so that way we don't have to really worry about anything. But I don't know. It seems very on track like it was before, but I think throwing that husband comment in there made it kind of diffuse a little bit for me, but we'll see, I guess. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode. I felt like it was kind of all over the place in a little bit, but still enjoyed it nonetheless. I'm so happy I got to watch it live. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys next week for episode 14. Thanks for watching.
Oh, my, well, it's unfair. Looking like that, make a gentleman stare. like a gentleman, yeah.